in the applications of Rocky Mountain Power for approval of amendments to power purchase agreements between PacifiCorp and Kennecott Utah Copper LLC, Smelter and Refinery. The Commission dockets number 20-035-43 and 44. My name is Michael Hammer. I'm the Commission's designated presiding officer. Let's go ahead and take appearances, please, beginning with Rocky Mountain Power.
This is Emily Wegener for Rocky Mountain Power, and with me I have our witness, Kyle Moore.
Thank you. And for the Division of Public Utilities?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me, Patricia? Can everyone else hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Everyone can hear me except you, Patricia.
We could hear Patricia earlier.
I heard her say, I can't hear you. Give her a minute. While we're waiting, is there anyone else on the line that wants to make an appearance? Okay.
I'm assuming that Patricia will include me. I'm Jeff for the division, Jeff Einfeld.
Yeah, I expect she will. Thank you. Welcome back. Ms. Schmidt, can you hear me?
I can. Thank you very much.
Great. Would you like to enter your appearance?
Yes, I would. Patricia E. Schmidt with the Utah Attorney General's Office for the Division of Public Utilities. The division's witness today will be Jeff Einsfeld.
Thank you. Welcome.
Witness.
And I don't believe we have any other parties on the line, so let's go ahead and begin with you, Ms. Wegener. Would you like to call your first witness?
Yes, the company calls Kyle Moore.
Mr. Moore, do you swear to tell the truth?
Yes.
Thanks. Go ahead.
Good morning. Can you please state your name and business address?
Yes, my name is Kyle Moore, and my business address is 1407 West, North Temple, Salt Lake City, Utah 84116.
Did you prepare and cause to be filed testimony in the two matters noticed for hearing today?
I did, yes.
Do you have any corrections to your testimony?
No.
If I asked you the same questions today as were in your previous testimony, would your answers be the same?
Yes, they would.
I move to admit the testimony of Kyle Moore submitted in the two dockets noticed for hearing today.
It's admitted.
Mr. Moore, can you please provide a summary of your testimony?
Yes. I have a summary for each QF facility, so I will go through them one at a time. I'll start with 20-035-43. I present today for Commission approval an amendment to the current qualifying facility power purchase agreement between Kennecott Utah Copper and PacifiCorp. The amendment provides for a one-year extension of the agreement as approved in Docket 19-035-36 on December 20th, 2019, for the sale to PacifiCorp of energy to be generated by Kennecott up to 31.8 megawatts from a waste heat-fired cogeneration facility constructed by Kennecott and located in Magna, Utah. The original agreement had a term of 12 months, January 1, 2020 to December 31, 2020. The purchase prices set forth for the extension period, calendar year 2021, set forth in the amendment are the lower of the Block 2 rate under the electric service agreement, or as calculated using the methodology approved by the Commission in docket number 03-035-14. The company filed the amendment for approval on October 20th, 2020. In comments filed on November 24th, 2020, the Division of Public Utilities stated their belief that the amendment complied with the Commission's guidelines and recommended approval. The agreement is compliant with relevant Commission orders and with Utah Schedule 38 and should be found to be in the public interest. Therefore, the company requests the Commission approve the agreement. At this point, shall I read the summary for the second agreement as well, or would you like to stop and take questions at this point?
I think it's fine to go ahead.
Okay. I present today for Commission approval an amendment to the current qualifying facility power purchase agreement between Kennecott, Utah Copper, and PacifiCorp. The amendment provides for a one-year extension of the agreement as approved in docket number 19-035-37 on December 20th, 2019, for the sale to PacifiCorp of energy to be generated by Kennecott up to 7.54 megawatts from a waste heat-fired cogeneration facility constructed by Kennecott and located in Magna, Utah. The original agreement had a term of 12 months from January 1, 2020 to December 31, 2020. Set forth for the extension period, calendar year 2021, set forth in the amendment are the lower of the Block 2 rate under the electric service agreement, or as calculated using the methodology approved by the Commission in docket number 03-035-14. The company filed the amendment for approval on October 20th, 2020. In comments filed on November 24th, 2020, the Division of Public Utilities stated their belief that the amendment complied with the Commission's guidelines and recommended approval. The agreement is compliant with relevant Commission orders and with Utah Schedule 38 and should be found to be in the public interest. Therefore, the company requests the Commission approve the agreement.
Thank you. I have no further questions for Mr. Moore, and he is available for cross-examination and questions from the hearing officer.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes, I do have a question. Good morning, Mr. Moore.
Morning.
My question pertains to both dockets. In the application for each docket, the company notes that the application was submitted later than the company had agreed to submit applications of this type. Is it the company's intent to endeavor to file future similar applications consistent with its agreement with the Division on filing dates?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. That was my only question.
And I have none. Thank you, Mr. Moore. Ms. Wegner, do you have any other witnesses?
I don't. Thank you.
Ms. Schmidt?
The division would like to call Mr. Einfeld. May he please be sworn?
Mr. Einfeld, do you swear to tell the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thanks. Go ahead.
Could you please state your full name, employer, and title for the record?
My full name is Jeffrey S. Einfeld. I am a utility technical consultant. I work for the Division of Public Utilities.
In conjunction with your employment by the division, have you participated in both the 43 and the 44 dockets?
Yes, I have.
Did you prepare and cause to be filed the memorandum in the 43 docket on November 24th of this year?
Yes, I did.
And I'll take these sequentially. Do you have any changes or corrections to the memo in that docket?
I do have a correction to that docket, or the memo in that docket, on page 3, at the end of page 3, under the subtitle Other Comments. The first sentence in that in that section refers to January 1st, 2020 and ending December 31st, 2020. Those dates should be beginning January 1st, 2021 and ending December 31st, 2021. That's the only corrections I have.
With those corrections, do you adopt the content of that memorandum as your testimony here today?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a summary to provide?
I do. It relates to, I have a summary for both. If you would like me to give the summary for both dockets at this point, or would you like me to adopt the second one first? before
May
this.
the division submit them on a combined basis?
If he adopts them both as his testimony, of course.
Perfect. Okay, so Mr. Einfeld, do you have any changes or corrections to the memo in the 44 docket?
No, I don't.
And you adopt the contents therein as your testimony today?
Yes, I do.
Please proceed with your summary.
Okay. The division recommends the commission approve this First Amendment to the non-firm power purchase agreement between PacifiCorp and Kennecott, Utah Copper in regards to the smelter, the subject of docket number 20035-43, and the non-firm power purchase agreement in regards to the refinery, the subject of docket number 20035-44. The division finds both agreements are similar to contracts of prior years and comply with commission guidelines established in prior orders. The division finds the contracts to be just, reasonable, and in the public interest. This concludes my comments.
Mr. Einfeld, I have a question about these amendments and the 2020 protocol. Is it the division's view that these amendments are consistent with the 2020 protocol and will be treated under section 4.4.2 thereof?
Yes. The company represents that they will be subject to the 2020 protocol in the application for these. I believe it is paragraph 7 of their application.
Thank you. I have no more questions. Mr. Einfeld is now available for cross-examination and questions from the hearing officer. Oh, before I leave, may I request the admission of the division's November 24th memos in the 43 and in the 44 docket?
Of course. Hearing no objection, they're admitted.
Thank you. Mr. Einfeld is now available for cross-examination and questions from the hearing officer.
Ms. Wegener?
No questions from the company. Thank you.
And I have none. Thank you, Mr. Einfeld. Is there anything else, Ms. Schmidt?
The division has nothing else. Thank you.
All right. Does anyone have anything else before we adjourn? Hearing nothing, thank you everyone for your participation this morning. Have a wonderful day. We're adjourned.
Thank you.